I've got the new, revised, and updated World Series odds.
Hey now.
People still don't believe in the Blue Jays. Despite the answer in Game 4 tonight, they are heavy underdogs, not just in Game 5, but to win the series. And Game 5s in this spot are crucial. With the series tied at 2 apiece, the winner has gone on to take the World Series over 67% of the time. Meanwhile, Dave Roberts says his guys have kind of lost their rhythm.
You know, we haven't found our rhythm. We haven't. It sort of draws dead at certain parts of the lineup and different parts, different innings, different games. You know, guys are competing, certainly in the postseason. You're seeing everyone's best. But yeah, you know, my hope is we regroup tomorrow, gather the information that we had from Yasevich, and you know, keep him in the hitting zone and understand what that split does, which is certainly helpful. And when we get the fastball, really get on it.
I got no idea. I mean, you watch 4 games and you keep flipping back and forth. Like, that was a great comeback.
It truly
from
was.
The Blue Jays.
And it's honestly terrifying that the idea that Dave Roberts doesn't feel like a Dodgers team, as loaded as they are, has not hit their stride. But you completely understand, given the lack of offense that you saw from them this evening.
I just got a funny feeling these Blue Jays are hard to kill. They're like a weed. You cannot kill them off. Anyway, much more of this. Baseball tonight on ESPN2. Sports Center, back 1:30 a.m. on ESPN.
Baseball tonight in Los Angeles, and man, did Game 4 look a whole lot different than Game 3. Shohei Otani was in the middle of things in the beginning, but it was the Blue Jays and their resilient bats. They've done it through the course of the postseason by getting production from the top, middle, and bottom. They do it again, and all of a sudden we know this World Series will be decided in Toronto, Canada. We got a Game 5, one more here, and then the scene will shift, and the whole series shifted based on what we saw from the Blue Jays tonight.
What a resilient team. Here they lost a demoralizing game in 18 innings. No George Springer, tired bullpen, facing Otani, and they came back and won this game.
Let's get right to it. Otani was on the mound. He did get allegedly roughly 10 hours of sleep after the 18-inning game. Vlad Guerrero, Otani looked good early.
Yeah, but he put that one in the hard drive. Remember that sweeper that he swung at? Otani had it going on with the fastball and also with the curveball.
All right, but a little threat here, and Alejandro Kirk allows Otani to get out of the first. With 2 men on, he pops out to Freddie Freeman. So a little sigh of relief. Now we got to switch the gear, get ready to go and hit. And this is no easy transition. And that is a big strike call against Otani, who certainly wasn't the guy that had gotten on 13 consecutive times.
No, it wasn't. But then this pitch was a makeup pitch. That could have gone either way right there. That's acknowledging I missed the previous pitch. I'll give you that one.
All right, so here are the Dodgers early on threat. Freeman, though, a ground ball to second, and they get Otani there, who ended up cleating Jimenez and then dusted off the bottom of his right foot.
Got to keep it clean, Carl. Got to keep it clean.
So it's 2 outs, and again, the Dodgers unable to get a run in. Second inning, and Otani seemed to get better as this game went along.
And a lot more comfortable as well. And he started using all his pitches, the sweeper, the curveball, the fastball. He was elevating it. He was getting swings and misses with the number 1. That was a key factor in his arsenal.
2 outs in the second, and Jimenez, that breaking pitch really started to land. The early ones were down a little bit and hit the ground. That one was up, and it landed in the middle of the zone. He's smiling, and now the Dodgers looking again for some runs in the second. With 1 out, Edman right back up the middle.
Shane Bieber left one up there in the middle of the plate, and that was unusual for him tonight because the rest of his command was really good.
The trend in the series has been the Dodgers score first, and then the Blue Jays come back and grab a lead. They would score first again. 6 games in a row, they've gotten the first run.
They really did, but let's not forget that the Toronto Blue Jays are the comeback heart attack kids. They do not give in any game, and good job right there by Kike Hernandez with the fastball, taking it the other way.
All right, so it is 1-0. You mentioned store it in your hard drive.
Location. When you see a pitch that you know now that you can't hit, you let it go. But when you look location in, and you expect that pitch to land exactly where Vladimir Guerrero Jr. did. That's why he flips the bat, and that's why he is leading this group looking into that dugout.
7 career postseason homers, most in the history of the Blue Jays. He's 26 years old.
He's 26. Now Otani looks really human. He strikes out there, and this was sort of the beginning of the offensive downfall for Otani.
It was, and one of the things was Bieber was able to establish in early, cutters in. You get Otani to start looking in, you open up the outside.
Alejandro Kirk goes to a knee in reverence for that nasty curveball from Otani. 1 out, and you can really see his confidence, his pacing pick up.
It really did. The tempo did. The breaking pitch was really good, and he was able to execute also that sweeper to work real well with the cutter.
Struck out the side, Ernie Clement, hard guy to strike out.
5th inning, another strikeout. So he's on his way to a half dozen strikeouts. John Smoltz on the broadcast said at some point you're going to start to see him get a little tired, but he gets through the 5th, and it's a 2-1 game.
He exceeded expectations in that 5th. He exceeded expectations in the 6th. Now you're playing with fire going into the 7th later on.
A called strike for Shohei Otani, who went 0 for 3 in the game, which feels strange for Otani and all the accolades he's been receiving. Still good here, though, to get through the 6th.
Alejandro Kirk is the only player tonight that just could not figure out Otani and the rest of the Dodger
Who
pitchers.
Hardy summoned and does his job. Edman strikes out. 7th inning, they bring him back out. Surprised?
I was a little bit surprised. First pitch, 96 miles per hour. You hit it in the gap, and then Ernie Clement comes in and hits a double as well. That's when you're like, you got to go.
Yeah, and Ernie Clement at the bottom of the order, he had 2 hits. Jimenez had a hit batting in the 8th spot.
This is where they miss Vesia in a major way. This was his lane.
And that bottom of the order have been so productive the entire postseason.
All right, 3-1 game, another run here. No, Muncy, and a near double play. Review would say that Jimenez got his right hand in. Even though it met the cleat, it did get the bag. So that's a big reversal of a call.
That play was closer because Jimenez slipped initially getting back to first base.
And what do you do here? That brings the run in on a ground out to second.
That's a great job by Ty France. You got to put the ball in play. Soft contact works, Tim.
They do it better than any team in the big leagues. Balls in play. You put a ball in play, the average is 300. That's what they
Here's
do
Bo
best.
Bichette taking an inside pitch down and in and to the wall.
What a luxury to be able to have Bo Bichette now as a DH. You lose Springer, that's right, but now you have Bo Bichette the entire time behind Vladdy.
Yeah, Betts can't come up with a Barger ground ball.
Barger told me today he's got better power from the right side and he's going to consider switch hitting next year. And yet a big hit left-handed there.
Bieber was really good again, and the Bassett-Bieber combination is nasty. Bassett had at one point gone 5 2/3 and not given up 1 hit.
Well, let's not forget, he was a pretty darn good starting pitcher, and now they've found a great niche for him in the bullpen.
Otani retired again, 6-1 through 7, and Dodger Stadium was really quiet. Nobody out, 0-2 Freddie. Thanks for playing on a high heater from Bassett. And then with 1 out, Bassett goes 2-2 and gets Will Smith to ground into the double play.
Bassett only threw 8 pitches in Game 3, so he was ready and sharp for Game 4, and he looked at it tonight with 2 scoreless innings.
Kike Hernandez, and he's gone. And then Alex Call, who came in for Paez, combined the two of them went 0 for 4.
Yeah, and that's key because when 8 and 9 do not get on base, that does not give Shohei Otani an opportunity to create real damage.
A very, very efficient 2-hour, 54-minute victory. The Blue Jays over the Dodgers 6-2. Buster with Vladdy after the game.
A wild Game 3 loss last night. Tell me what you guys did to sort of come into Game 4 and put that behind you.
I mean, we tried the rest, you know. We played like 2 games in 1, you know, but like I always say, it's like we believe in us, we believe in God, and when you believe in God, you believe in us, something good like today happened.
You got Otani for a 2-run homer, 3rd inning. Walk us through that.
I mean, he's one of the best, man. He's an amazing player, amazing human being, man, and but when we out there, we just trying to compete, you know, and when you're competing for your team and for every city, for Toronto City, you know, something like that can happen, you know. I was trying to compete against everybody and thank God I can hit that ball out of the ballpark.
In turning the page, how important was Shane Bieber's performance?
I mean, he's amazing. He's the best, man. Every fifth day he come and he always tells us, like, believe in me, I believe in you, you know. And when people told that, it's like you got to go out there and compete and give everything you have.
Bo Bichette was out for 7 weeks, and now he's playing a major role. What are you seeing in him?
I mean, that's him. You know, I always told him, breathe. You know, he missed all the playoff game, and he played in the World Series. I always told him, just breathe. And when you breathe, everything going down. You know, everything. Don't give the game speed you are. You know, breathe and believe in yourself.
When you're running the bases, it looked like you're dragging a leg a little bit. Is that just this time of year, or are you dealing with something?
I deal with something, but you know, at this point, it doesn't matter. At this point, you got to be out there for your team and for your city.
Vlad and nearly everybody else dealing with something, but the historic run continues for Guerrero. And we were there, fortunately, to call the LCS and the Division Series on the radio. And as he went, the team went. They figured out something to get him to elevate the baseball. When he hit that 2-run home run, you're like, next time he comes up, you may consider walking him as well. He is the guy on that team.
Right. 26 hits in this postseason. He's got 7 homers. He struck out 5 times. He sets the tone for their team by putting the ball in play. He had 49 total bases through 15 postseason games. And, of course, this swing changed the game.
If I would have told you guys at the beginning of the game that the Toronto Blue Jays were going to be intentionally walked more than the LA Dodgers tonight, you guys would have thought I was crazy. But that's exactly what happened. And what I love about the lineup of the Toronto Blue Jays is Springer goes down, Nathan Lukes steps up big time into that leadoff role, goes 2 for 3 in the evening. And he set the tone for Vladdy. He was able to get on. He's the unsung hero in all of this mess that Vladdy was able to create with that slug.
One thing we saw, too, from the Blue Jays as we did those series on radio is that they have the ability to string hits together. It all doesn't have to go over the wall, and there was the big 7th inning that ended this game.
Right. They hit 265 as a team this year, which is clearly the best in the major leagues. And what they've done so well in the postseason is attack early. 37 now first pitch hits in this postseason. The Dodgers are next with 17. That's how impressive they've been attacking early in the count.
So many big hits for Jimenez in the postseason. He's been great. Clement went through a little bit of a dip here in this series, and now he looks like he's re-engaged.
This team believes in themselves, and when everybody counts them out, it just seems like they continue to bounce back. They are road tested. We saw what they did in Seattle, being down 0-2. They brought it back to Toronto. Yesterday, they were challenged in that in pretty much 2 games in 1 yesterday. Again, they're taking it back to Toronto.
All right, so we know that Springer is going to come back at some point. Maybe it's going to be Game 6. He's coming back, and Bichette does appear to be a weapon again. We got a chance to catch up with him. Here's Buster with Bo after the game.
You guys lose that crazy Game 3, 18 innings. What was important for you guys to turn the page on that?
There's no other choice. We got a World Series game and got another one tomorrow, so I mean, there's no choice. Just got to show up ready to play.
How big was Vladdy's home run? Put you guys ahead?
Yeah, huge. I mean, it got us started. Otani's obviously a great pitcher. Yeah, I mean, that's what superstars do.
What'd you see in Shane Bieber tonight?
Unreal. I mean, I think command of the fastball is the biggest thing, but, you know, he's a dog and went out there and showed everybody what he was made of.
All right, you get a big hit in the 7th inning, driving a run. What John Schneider has told us is he feels like as you get more volume of at-bats, you're getting more and more comfortable as you come back. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make adjustments. You know, I know it's not gonna feel perfect every time. It probably wouldn't even if I had been playing. So I'm just trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch, and yeah, I think it's getting better.
2-2 going into Game 5. How you feeling?
Good, man. This is a great team we're playing and a great series so far. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a series that's had everything now. You got an 18-inning game. You got the Dodgers showing off Otani, and here in this one, a very efficient, economical victory for the Blue Jays. And again, we said it during our earlier baseball tonight, the idea that a former Cy Young winner was so overshadowed by all that happened in Otani, you were reminded Shane Bieber is a big game pitcher when he's right.
And just another reminder how important experience is. His sequencing tonight was so good. His command was so good. He mixed and matched. Shows you again, Eddie, if you know what you're doing out there, you can get really good hitters out. And let's not also forget Game 3 in Seattle. Remember, he helped save that series by going out there and beating George Kirby when they were down 2-0. That's what veteran pitchers do.
In hostile environments. You're right. The Seattle game, this game right here, that team believed in him. And even without George Springer in the lineup, and they waited. They waited a while to see if he was going to be able to play or not. This team does not get shaken up at all. It's really impressive what John Schneider has been able to do with the attitude of the
Bieber will acknowledge, I don't know what I'm going to feel like when I go out there. I'm still a year and a half removed from Cy Young surgery. He felt good enough to do what he did in this one. Let's hear from him.
Yeah, the circumstances were something, that's for sure. Coming off of last night and, wanting to go deep into the ball game, I would have, if I looked at my outing objectively, I would have loved to give the team a couple more innings, but ultimately it's the World Series and a win's all that matters, so we'll deal with tomorrow.
He came in focused. He came in like a veteran pitcher should, and I thought he settled into the game really well. After the run, the sac fly to Kike, I thought he kind of got a little bit better with his breaking stuff, and he made pitches, man. It was fun to watch him navigate that. It's I'm really happy for him for the last year and a half journey he's been on to go out there and do that. That was awesome.
Anybody who I get that Vlad is the guy on the field, but off the field, they take the cues from that guy. Like John Schneider does not let you know we're either rattled, we're in trouble, we're worried, and the team and the players play that way, don't they?
Absolutely, and we could tell every time we go into the manager's meeting, he is calm.
Yes.
He greets you. He's an open book pretty much when it comes to what the lineup is going to be, why he made a mistake if it wasn't the next day. I asked him today before the game, did you have trouble sleeping? What was the first thing that came through your mind when you put your head on your pillow? He goes, the 7th inning. Think about that moment yesterday when he did not walk Otani intentionally. He acknowledged it, and players appreciate that he also knows and he acknowledges when he does make a mistake.
And Buck Martinez, who's been in the Blue Jay system forever, compares him to Bobby Cox in 1985, which is really about the time where the Blue Jays started to get good. You get compared to Bobby Cox, you're really doing something well.
No doubt about it. The Blue Jays do what they need to do. They get a win here. They force this series back. Of course, Wednesday will be Game 5 right here in Los Angeles, as the Dodgers will try to regain control of this thing. It's the best 2 out of 3 now. It's anybody's World Series.